Well, hello and welcome again. This is the Circle of Success training series. I'm Robert Arthur, the Heart, coming from the Heart Work Mentor. So welcome. Today's training is on what I call lifestyle marketing, or the 3-foot rule. As we're living our life and encounter quality people, positive people, we're going to cover some fun scenarios and fun ways to connect effortlessly and to qualify and sort, and some things not to do, some things to do. So we're going to have a good time today. So again, it's been an incredible journey here, my friend. And the last 19 years off and on, and the last 6 years with our current company, I've been full-time in the industry now. We've earned a lot of income. More importantly, we've helped a lot of people find success and impacted lives. So we have a tremendous passion for what we do. We plan to leave a legacy for our grandbabies and our family, and we're making so many lifelong friends here in this industry. So welcome. And the VIP on this training today is you. You are stepping up, you're showing up, you're acting on your dreams, and you realize, just like all of us do, all of us realize that our income will always be in direct proportion to how much we grow ourselves individually, grow our communication skills, leadership skills. It's all about remaining the lifelong student. So let's have fun today, shall we? We call this training series the Circle of Success because there are some key IPAs, some income-producing activities that we do each and every day in the industry of network marketing. Number one, we're always looking to make those new contacts with people, see if they're quality. We connect with them and ask the right questions and listen. We invite them to look once we see the need in their lives. We present using the quality tools our company provides. We enroll or engage in the follow-up process, and we train our newbies to do this same process. So it's just repeating the same core activities on a higher and higher level as we become more effective with our journey. So lifestyle marketing. What I mean by this is that as we're living our life, we're always encountering people. And some of these people have energy, some are positive, some have a tremendous need, some are willing to act on that need, some are not. So how do we make those connections? What are some fun tips and nuggets, at least of what we've experienced in the industry, in the field, learning? And we're going to go over we're going to have some really fun role plays. I'm going to share with you exactly how we've recruited a number of people just out living life and what the result was. And going into this as well on this topic today, hopefully by now you realize this, or if you're new, maybe you don't yet, but just realize going into this journey that there is a huge, I repeat, huge, what's the word? Thank you, huge difference between need and desire. Whatever product or service or company you're with, hopefully your belief is a 10 plus through the roof that everybody on this planet needs your product or service in our business, or at least our product and service. But we'll quickly come to realize that not everyone, though, is willing to act on that need. So that's huge as you begin your journey here. So we look for energy, what I call positivity, positive people, the glass is half full, looking for answers. They're willing to act on that need versus desire. And when we encounter these quality people, we establish a need, we build a relationship or a connection, we always leave with a way to get back with them. Remember, our belief is, hopefully it's a 10 on your product or service or business, but our newbie, their belief is maybe a 1 or below 0. So it's up to us to follow up, educate, inspire as well, and build that belief in our prospect. So again, just a reminder, I say this in all my trainings when it comes to connecting and following up and prospecting. The number one way to build rapport is compliment. And to give you an example, you, my friend, yes, you listening to this webinar, you are proactive, you're an amazing leader, you take charge, you step up, you look for ways to grow yourself as an individual, as a professional. You are an amazing leader, and you are showing up and stepping up. So I commend you for that, and thank you. So again, you edify whoever you're engaging with. So here are some real life examples. Let's have fun with this. I'm going to run through these pretty briefly, but give you some really high points and nuggets around each of these individuals and each of these prospecting examples. So number one, my wife and I were up visiting my sister and my brother-in-law and my dad. We stopped in for a cup of coffee. We're checking our emails because they had, good reliable Wi-Fi. And as the waitress came out, we said, is the owner in? We'd love to say hi to her. We're always connecting with professionals here. She said, yeah, let me see if she's available. She went back in the shop. Out comes the owner. Really a pleasant, actually beautiful lady. And we connected with her and complimented, again, compliment. Love your coffee shop. You do a great job. I love the energy here. It's so relaxing. You make a great, great dessert, great little muffin and great coffee. And she smiled, and we said, we'd love to share with you what we do. So what is that? Again, we shared our 30-second story with passion, with energy. Ours happens to be tied to, weight loss and health transformation. Whatever your story is and your company is, share your top 3 benefits, with passion and energy. And look at the bottom of your screen, put the duct tape on, and listen. So in this case, Anita, once we duct tape, she said, really? Tell me more. Well, we said, I know you're busy. We're busy. We're checking emails. How about we meet tomorrow? And she said, yeah, what time? 10 a.m. We went by our coffee, back to her shop. We used the tools. We did a little flip chart presentation, a little brochure. We actually did a little show and tell. We showed her some of our product line. She signed up on the spot. She continues to be a very reliable customer. We did an in-home presentation there about 2 or 3 months later. We signed up a number of her family members. Again, lifestyle marketing. Diane Johns, wow, what a sweetheart. Diane is now one of our one of our most proactive leaders here in Texas, down in a town called Houston. And Diane, we met her at a wonderful, wonderful event called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind with T. Harv Eker. And I had to recommend you look into that. I saw her and her twin sister. I said, you guys look amazing and you're fit. Love to share contact. You have a business card? She said, yeah. She gave me her card. I gave her her card. She looked at it. Look at the USP, the unique selling proposition on there. She asked about it. We engaged with her. I said, we've got to get back into the seminar here, but let's swap information. And we did. I gave her a little audio and a brochure and a way to get back with her through her business card and cell phone. Then we went back into the seminar. We saw him a couple more times, and first part of the week called her, and the audio was doing all the work for me. So she had listened to it a couple times. She had a couple questions. Boom, she signed up. Timing wasn't right for the business. 4 years later, her team kept building under her, and timing was right. She called me a few months ago, and here she is building a business. So again, the key nuggets around that is compliment, edify, swap the information, do a very prompt follow-up, let the tools do the work. Boom, she was on board. And give her the time and the place to be in that looking zone. When she was ready, she was ready. 4 years later, she remained a customer, but on the business journey, it took her, the 4 years to see the team under her and to step up and be ready. Debbie on the plane had just happened last Wednesday. Sorry, last Tuesday. I was flying back from taking my grandson to see U2 and taking him home after he was with us for 6 weeks. I met this wonderful lady with 2 kids and her hubby on the plane. She was smiling and proactive and positive. Again, all the qualities we're looking for. And we engaged. I asked her what she does, how things are going. I just got to know her as a person. Maybe 15 minutes into the conversation, she asked me, well, what do you do? I said, I'm in the, tied to my product or service. I gave her a unique little curiosity-generating opening line. And she said, really, what is that about? Then I shared my 30-second story with my wife and I's story with energy and passion. Then I put the duct tape on. She said, I would really be interested in that. And I said, why would you be interested? Let's say you get on a product or service. What would change 30 days from now? And she shared with me all the things she wants to see happen. So we swapped information. I gave her a couple. If you have a product you can sample, I gave her some samples, gave her a tool, and then when I got home, dropped her an email. I was on the phone with her yesterday. She's definitely looking for answers. If I do my job, she will be on board probably within the week. I'll do a couple three-way calls with some other people. They're kind of dealing with some of her same challenges. And again, you just start the educational process. On a plane, coming back from my grandkids. Robin at the boot camp, I was in a little town here close to Granbury, saw a car sign. It was something to deal with my industry, which is more health and wellness, but it sold somebody in the boot camp industry. So I naturally wrote the number down, got home, forgot about it, found the number again a month later, which was yesterday. I called her out of the blue. At first she said, Robert, I'm not looking for a product or service because money is very tight. I said, Robin, I'm not really interested in how much money you have. What I am interested in is helping you generate some cash flow and to really enhancing what you do as a fitness instructor. That happens to be my niche. She said, okay, I'd be open. Right now is a bad time though. I said, great, let's talk today. This morning we talked again. We set up a time for her to watch a couple online movies next week. And again, if I do my job, which I will, get her some samples as well, I'm sure she'll be on board. Very intrigued about what we do. And number 6, Todd. It looks like Tad, but Tad, I was at a big one of our training seminars with my company out in Arizona. This wonderful, positive, smiling gentleman drove my wife and I, Joy and I, to one hotel to the next. We had a wonderful dialogue. Again, it was all about his family and kids and what he does for a living. It wasn't about any of our product or service or business. It was about him. But we swapped information. I left him a tool, an audio CD, some links, got home, emailed him. Timing wasn't right. Touched base about 6 months later. Timing wasn't right. A year and a half after 3 or 4 or 5 conversations, I flew out to Arizona again. He came to one of our showcases. He signed up on the spot with his wife and kids, and right now he's on a mission trip to Africa. When he gets back, he's going to meet us again at one of our events, and looks like he'll be becoming one of our business partners. So again, you never know. And then the last 2 examples, I was before I built this particular business up, we were able to create about a 6-figure income in about 10 months here. But on the way to that build up, I was applying for a job as a massage therapist at a spa, and the spa owner happened to be a sharp lady who was anti-network marketing, but she was a big fan of one of our professionals who endorse our product line. And I left her with a tool. Before you know it, she was totally intrigued about what could happen. She got on our product and service, and she became one of our 6-figure earners. But again, it took about 4 or 5 key follow-ups and meeting her halfway where she was. And the fries, my wife was getting an adjustment at a chiropractor's office. The chiropractor's wife had some issues and challenges which our product or service would address. My wife approached her, said, you mind if my husband gets back with you? She said, sure. I got back with her, shared tools. About 5 or 6 follow-up calls later and a couple 3-way calls, she came on board, and her office manager became her and her hubby, Angie and Kevin, became our 6-figure earners on our right team. So we have 2 6-figure earners came from the chiropractic office, and then me applying for a job as a massage therapist before we built our business. So the moral of that story is, do not prejudge. Again, your story is your number 1 tool. I think we're all clear on that here. Again, once you have the dialogue, you can always refer back to the conversation. Anita, were you serious about saying you want to lose those 20 pounds? Todd, were you serious about doing something from home with your family? Determine if they have just a need or whether they have a desire to act along with that need. Always, 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 what's the word? Always get their contact info so you can begin the follow-up process and enroll them and build your business. And again, the results come from the follow-ups. So follow up on the follow-up of the follow-up. That's where the fortune is. Remember, in closing, we're looking for people looking for us and no one else.